Hey guys, it's Neltaro TV back with another video showcasing my transmogs. This time we are gonna go over the Horde characters. I know there's a lot of Horde character players out there, so holla. Funny story, so I'm actually more of an alliance character, but I decided to create Horde characters around like the Shadowlands era because I wanted more options with my transmogs, with my looks, because I feel like some of the alliance characters could be limiting. So again, we're gonna go over a showcase of all my horde characters in this video. If you haven't seen my other video, make sure to check that out because that goes over the alliance characters, and some of them look really cool. So let's go ahead and get started. So Chromaxes is a female invoker, a female evoker, and again, like the customization with the Drakthir rays is amazing. I decided to go with this teal purple look, and the blue on the horn works very well with her overall aesthetic. I wanted her to look different from my other evoker, so I gave her some fins. So she's more like an aquatic style evoker, or I mean Drakthir. And then these shoulders work so well. Like this color combination works so well with her skin color. So it just works. And I decided actually, well, funny story. I decided um, to revolve my transmogs for her around the staff, which is like a dragon. Um, so yeah, it just works so well. And when I first made her and made her look like this, I was like going around Orgrimmar, and this random guy came up to me and was like, this is what a good, you know, Drakthir looks like. And I was just so proud of myself. I'm like, yep, I know. I did a good job. But anyway, I hope you like this one as much as I like it. This is definitely one of my top fives. Tizcatli, so I know he has a funny name, but I did some research, and it's actually short for Tizcatli Poca, which is like this shape shifting gods in the Aztec or maybe Mayan mythology. So he's a shape shifting druid and he transforms, of course. I just love the um, Zandalari troll customizations when it comes to druid because you get to look like a dinosaur. I mean, come on, like who doesn't want to be a dinosaur? But with him, I used a lot of the heritage armor. I changed the shoulder to because the shoulders didn't feel like they matched the druid aesthetic as much as this one. So this one has some teeth or claws or whatever these are hanging out off of the shoulders. I went with this staff or spear because it gave me like tribal, kind of like a godly feeling. Like this is like come on, like a shape shifting god here. And I went with this fire because it matches well with the overall fantasy of what I was trying to create, I guess. So yeah, Jakiro actually was my first horde character, and I know another mage. So I do love mages. I've always been like a spellcaster type of guy. So any game I play will always be a spellcaster main, with the exception of Diablo 4 because I played beta and I went with the rogue. The rogue was the most fun. But anyway, going back to our video here. So Jakiro is a fire mage, and as soon as I saw this set in Shadowland, I fell in love with it. Every single week, I was like looking for raid. Let's go. Let's get that Castle Nathria looking for raid set complete. The hardest part, I believe, was the cape, I think, because that one none of the bosses drop. You actually have to be lucky that one of the mobs drop it, And yeah, so I had to like loot every mobs that dropped. Um, it's funny because I was like begging every person that received it to like give it to me. Like I would do anything, but they always say, "Oh, I'll just keep it," because they know it's a hard find. But yeah, it works so well with the goblin. I mean, come on, this is screaming goblin. Um, and yeah, and then the primal fire enchantment. When those primal enchantments came out, that was kind of like game changing because we didn't really have these effects before, so it works so well here. And of course, you have to match the skin color with the rest of the armor. Giselba was a demon hunter that I created in Legion because I wanted like, oh wait, was it Legion? No, that was Shadowlands because I wanted like a counterpart to my other demon hunter. And so yeah, this is what she looked like, and she's actually a tank. I wanted like a shield on one hand, shield type of weapon, and then a more offensive offhand, main hand. So yeah, I mean the female demon hunter doesn't look that tanky, if we're gonna be honest. They're very small, like one of the smallest models out there, and they're skinny. They're just small creatures. But anyway, I hope she looks menacing enough to be a tank for a group. Demon Hunter tanks are so fun to play. Like I had a blast leveling her up. Lunella, well, actually I created her because I needed a Nightborne, and I specifically wanted the female Nightborne tank because I always like to be experimenting with the classes and also like the gender roles, because in society, I wanted to break the mold that females can't be tanks or whatever, but come on, females can be very good tanks. We got the female demon hunter here, female warrior tanks, and she's actually really fun to play. I decided to go with her heritage armor because it just works so well with these weapons. So yeah, again, we have to feel the fantasy. If you're not feeling the fantasy, then what are you feeling? Falorn is the shaman, and again, the heritage armor they did so good with horde races. These shoulder pieces are not part of the heritage armor, and so are the gloves. But it works well with this whole theme. I love the back. I think that's the cape. The cape, and it's so beautiful. Like one of the top fives. I feel like I'm saying everything's top five, but okay, maybe I should create a top 10 list. Um, this staff is just so beautiful. It's just so organic looking, and the colors match so well with um, this whole outfit, and as well as his like tattoos and everything. So it works really great. The enchantment is mongoose, and it works well with the glowy thing, the glowing thing in the shoulders. So yeah, Guz is a rogue, a gnome rogue, and I just love how he looks. I created this look based on this back piece that I received. I think that's when they were like promoting Diablo 4 or something, because there was like the treasure goblins popping all over Dragonflight, and so I wanted to create a transmog based on this cape that they release, and it just works so well because come on, a rogue is there to steal stuff and be a rogue and dig for treasure, and come on, we got goblin, we got rogue, we got treasure on the back, we got some sharp looking daggers that are green and matches the whole green aesthetic, so it just works out so well. And by the way, if you guys are free to steal any of these ideas. Like this is why I create these videos. So I wanted to give ideas to people. Um, the boots, however, I haven't gotten the boots yet from Legion. So actually this whole set is not complete without the boots, of course. Unfortunately, that raid does not drop the boots. You have to get it from somewhere else. We'll talk about that in another video. It'll be great if I finally get it, but I only have like one or two chances of getting it, and sometimes I don't have a chance because the bosses that pop up are not even there. So it's like a rotation. Etika is a death knight I created. He's actually Magger Orc. And when I saw this hairstyle, it screamed Death Knight. And then I'm like, okay, let's match this with this crown that turns your face into a skull, and it just works so great. This is one of your earlier weapons as a Death Knight, but it works so well with this whole piece. Wow, so beautiful. Pieta. So Pieta is one of my favorite ones too because I had so much fun with this. Just like having all the color combinations put together, and also getting them was kind of fun because this one I had to get from BFA. I think like from like a boss from one of the raids of the Eternal Palace or something like that. And then his pink eyes, his purple hair, and teal skin just matches so well with this armor set. The boost is actually from the shop. It's from that Sprite Darter transmog set or whatever. Um, because I like how pointy the shoes are, and it works well with this character. Ilther is a priest. I don't know what priest he'll be at. I think he'll be like a holy priest, even though he looks unholy. But yeah, I decided to center this transmog based on or make it after this staff and that has like these bloodlines coming through, and it works really well. He looks like a prince too. He's got that prince hairstyle. Again, like the dark skin color works so well with so many different transmogs. So kudos to whoever came up with the idea of adding more customizations. They did a good job. Nelther, so he's actually the twin brother of Ilther, even though they're different races. But in this fantasy, they are twins. Nelther, again, I like shoulder pieces that are very dramatic, and it matches the headpiece, and yeah. So he's kind of like the light, and then he's the darkness. So yeah, very contrasting. Carolix is a character I created because I wanted I wanted a goblin that showcased the goblin heritage armor. So here she is, and I had to glide all the way into Hellfire Citadel to obtain her pet at this level, which was a challenge, but it was fun. It was fun. And then I had to get this one, I believe, from one of the BFA dungeons. I forgot what it's called. I think it's Motherlode. Yeah, I think it's Motherlode. But yeah, this whole thing works, and I feel like I'm ready for the next expansion because I heard that you can customize your mount. You have like a mechanical mount, like almost like a flying machine type of thing. So I think that's gonna work really well with this goblin hunter. Quetzalco was a shaman I created because I wanted to showcase again more. Actually, I wanted to showcase shaman tier sets. So this works really well. The only thing that's not part of the tier set, I believe, or the boots. But it works really well with this. So yeah, another Zandalari troll, which I have to play later on. Asterius was an arcane mage. Actually, he's one of the earlier characters I created for this account. I just never put too much time into him because, again, I'm more like an alliance character player. But he's more true to the Silver Moon Blood Elf theme because of his hair, his eye color, his eyebrows. This is giving you like Burning Crusade, you know. And this is a very nice artifact skin of the Frost Mage. Again for the staff. Sorry, my my mouth is getting dry. So yeah, just enjoy this transmog. I love the shoulders, but I never really knew which character they fit in well with until I made this character. Alaris is a character I wanted to create because I love this transmog tier set, and it works well with this marksman artifact skin. And again, I feel like she could be like Peter's sibling or something because they have a lot of similarities, like pink eye, teal skin, and come on, like this theme. Maybe they could be like husband and wife. Maybe. Where is he? Oh, there. Yeah, they could be like husband and wife. Maybe. Alaris. That'd be cool. Varrock. Okay, so I created him because I wanted an undead character because I never had one before. But it's just so hard when I'm not really much of a warlock player, so I haven't really unlocked all the nice warlock skin. So I have very limited options with him. I've always wanted to try a transmog with this headpiece, but I don't know. It's giving me too much of a bug look, and I don't know. It's not really not giving right now. Draka is a monk, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about with her. She looks like a monk that is angry, an angry monk, the monk that has no patience. There we go. Swiper, I created this because I love this headpiece, and it works so well with this. I believe this is the pole arm. Yeah, this is the pole arm from BFA. The Temple of Circulus or something like that. Um, also, I needed a Vulpera, so I wanted to create a survival Vulpera that has a nice pet, which is actually a starting pet. I've always wanted to tame that other, like one of the bosses from Temple of Circulus, but I never got around to it. So we'll do that later on. Dreyer is one of my earlier Horde characters, and he looks dope. I mean, come on, look at that war paint with that hairstyle. The artifact skin of the druid, balanced druid, looks so good. Most balanced druids I've seen, they like to utilize the artifact skin that has that crescent. So I wanted to like go outside of the box that matches his aesthetic here. We got some bones and then like more bones here. So yeah. Northax is an undead death knight that I wanted to showcase this tier set. But with green because he's actually an apocalypse death knight. I think that's what they're called, apocalypse. We got blood, frost. No, apocalypse is actually the artifact name. I'm liking it right now. Whatever the third specialization is, that's what he is. Um, we got Zhao, so another Vulpera. I wanted her to be kind of like a worker warrior type. So she's like mining away while killing whoever bothers her. You know. Okay, maybe that's a wild storyline. But Eddie, yeah, she looked like a camper warrior miner type of girl. Um, her Tinder profile would be so funny. Polka. Well, I wanted like a troll paladin, so I decided to make a Zandalari troll paladin. I was inspired by the BFA boss in the beginning of the Battle of the Zarlador. I forgot the name. Yeah, the Battle of the Zarlador. They had this troll paladin. I'm like, I've never imagined a fantasy like that come to being, I guess, and it just works so well. But when I created a paladin, I'm not much of a paladin player, so my options again were very limited, and this is what I came up with. Is he like a night elf warden? Um, so definitely later on I will revise her. I didn't want to use the heritage armor because I felt like I was using too much of that aesthetic already, so I wanted to be creative. Bela wanted to create her because I like the Tauren heritage armor, and I haven't really unlocked it yet. So I have to unlock it. But I like the back piece that they had, and I wanted to model her after the Tauren chieftain that they used for Warcraft 3, where they had like this huge totem on the back, and then they have this huge pole arm. So that's what she's gonna look like later on. And then I created a Pandaren because I needed a Pandaren. I totally forgot that they existed, honestly. Um, I feel like they're only good for monks, but probably Pandaren players are gonna tear me apart on this one. I have more Horde characters on a different realm, Coastlands. That's because I wanted to create a third evoker because it's so much fun to create Draktirs. Come on, there's so many customizations. I want like 10 or 20 different Draktirs because there's so many things you can do with them. He used to be like a green and gold Draktir, but when this weapon dropped, again, I had to create this for the warrior, and then I added him for the evoker, and I needed a set that goes up well with it, and then they announced the augmentation specialization that was coming out, so I decided to create an augmentation evoker transmog. So here we are. He's from the black Dragonflight mixed with the bronze Dragonflight, so he's like a hybrid. Um, and then we got Nelther. He's a combination of the twins, Ilther and Nelther. And I created Nelther. So yeah, there's not much creativity here. I use a lot of the heritage armor from the blood elves. And actually, he is a work in progress. Again, I'm not really a paladin player, but I decided to create a few paladins to kind of test out what they could look like. And yeah, I don't know. I've had the most difficult time with paladins. Honestly, paladins are really hard to transmog if you have limited resources. Isis was a Tauren I created a long time ago that I forgot about, but then I revamped her when I created more Horde characters. So here's what she looks like. And then Li Mei, you got another Pandaren monk because I needed to create more pandas. We need more pandas in our lives, don't we? Um, But actually, she looks really cool. Like another brown transmog that works very well. She's of the wind, of course. We got the primal wind enchantment going on, and she's blind because she had too much wind go into her eyes. As funny as it sounds, it's true. Come on. Um, so yeah, and this cape is so beautiful. It's from Shadowlands, and it works so well with this outfit. She looks very polished and put together, I would say. um, so yeah, just a quick rundown of all my Horde characters now. We got evoker, druid, mage, demon hunter, warrior, shaman, rogue, death knight, another rogue, priest, warlock, hunter, shaman, mage, hunter, warlock, a bug warlock, monk, hunter, druid, death knight, monk, paladin, and we'll skip the other two here. Moving on to the next round. Evoker, paladin, druid, paladin, monk, and another paladin. Alright, well, I hope you liked this video. If you don't like it, then I probably you probably wouldn't be seeing this message. But if you do like it, then hit like, subscribe for more content coming in the future. Don't forget to follow me at Neltharos TV across all platforms on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm starting to create more content, so hopefully you're patient with me. So yeah, bye.